This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I would like to thank Andreas Glaisel, Steve Aldersley, Will E., at HotGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Ed Summers, Identitech, Jason Bates, Kurt David, Mark Ventura, Mason Frost, Matthew McLaughlin, Ray Schuster, TFG, and David Mannion for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it immensely, and I hope you all enjoy the video. Poll number 24 has concluded, and the album has been chosen. So, of course, as you can tell, we're doing a little bit of Paul McCartney from Liverpool today on the docket. Really interesting choice. Kind of happened last minute as well. As you can see, this is the results of the poll. As you can also see, I accidentally voted for London Calling. I've done this in the past, and I've had to like adjust for it. I went to check the poll, and I accidentally clicked, and there's no way to undo a vote as far as I can tell. So Band on the Run technically wins this one here. Very eager to check this one out, see if I'll like it. I'm apprehensive because part of me is like, I don't love the Beatles, and I haven't listened to much of Paul's solo work, so we'll have to see how this one sits. Well, I'll obviously be comparing it somewhat to other Wings songs that I've heard, all of the Beatles discography, which I've also heard. So it certainly should make for an interesting reaction, to be sure. Just so you guys know, I do unedited reactions on my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. For $5 a month, you can get access to unedited reactions from Modest Mouse going forward. That's April of 2021. And including this video, that will be about 41 album reactions. So if you want to support the channel, get a shout out at the beginning of the video. Everyone who got a shout out at the front gets access to these unedited reactions as well. And if not, just $1 a month also supports the channel, gets you access to voting in these polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums, and it breaks up our artist binges where we go through full discographies, or most of the notable discographies from artists. So if you want to support the channel, that would be the place to do it. Also, happy to say I'm affiliated with NordVPN. If you guys are in need of a VPN, and I highly suggest you get one for a variety of reasons. I've used Nord for probably 2 to 4 years at this point. Love them immensely. The speeds are good. Plenty of servers to choose from. Very easy interface. So if you guys are in need of a VPN, I highly recommend checking it out. The link is in the description. Okay. Band on the Run, Paul McCartney and Wings, 1973. Yeah, so this is, I've heard Live and Let Die, which was basically Wings, right? I know very little about Paul's solo stuff. I've heard Temporary Secretary, which just makes me want to kill myself. And I've heard that Ram is good. I don't know that much about Paul's solo stuff or Wings in general. I know that Linda, his longtime wife up until the 90s when she passed away, kind of helped spearhead this thing. And it is his fifth album after leaving the Beatles, and the third one with Wings. So it is kind of classified as like this basic pop rock kind of thing, maybe a bit of art and folk and progressive rock in there as well. We're looking at about 45 minutes, give or take. Yeah, so I'll be very honest and upfront as I'm listening to this. I've heard Band on the Run, by the way. Maybe not the whole thing, but I'm familiar with the first opening track, the single Band on the Run. I don't think I've heard any of the other ones. I'll be very honest and upfront with how I feel about this album. A little bit of taste calibration here. I'm not super into the Beatles' later work. I very much liked, if you divide their content into like 5 sections, I like sections like 2 and 3, if that makes sense. I like some of their like later Mersey beat stuff, going into Rubber Soul and into the psychedelic things. But when they got really into the blues rock stuff on Abbey Road and Let It Be, I was just like, not really my speed. I don't love the blues or hard rock kind of stuff. And I'm not expecting to see that here. I just don't know if the ethos of the Beatles has worn off by this point. It's only been 3 years, give or take. So I think that's about all I have to say, though. I think we're just going to go ahead and dive right on in. I am doing the extra track Helen Wheels for the U.S. release. I'm not going to do Country Dreamer because I'm stubborn. How about that? Anyway, let's start with the opening track, Band on the Run.
Inside forever. And you, Mama, you. Today, if I ever get out of here, if we ever get out of here.
Someone is flushed. Yet again, it happens every time. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pleasantly surprised. I mean, I'm familiar with that chorus, but like the song goes through like 3 separate songs before it even gets there almost. Nicely produced, nicely played. The composition is good too. Like it's not boring or bland, which I feel like, I don't know, maybe Paul is kind of like, I think that every solo, I don't know, I don't like Lennon all that much. Every solo Beatles act kind of showcases what their strengths were. And I felt like Lennon kind of made the band a little like too simple. And I can see McCartney being simple as well, but you can tell that he's like flexing a little bit more here than maybe he was half the time on the Beatles. I don't know. But I did like that quite a bit, actually. Very pleasant, very breezy. Good, which is the way the pop rock should be, in my opinion. Next song is Jet. I think it's like a power pop song. Let's go. Pretty good. Man, that keyboard that came in kind of in the middle there, wherever that was, it sounded like straight out of like a Cake song or like something from the 2000s. Like 2000s indie rock. Jeez. Good. I think I like Band on the Run a little bit better, and I think it's a little bit of a better song. Jet, it has a nice energy to it. It was just not as interesting, I suppose, but it was fun, and it's a nice counterpart to Band on the Run as well. Good, 2 for 2, baby. Next one, Bluebird. Is this a this is the part where I prove that I can play Blackbird. Are you ready? Here we go. Are you guys proud of me now? Did I do it? Sorry. I had to prove myself because I'm an artist and I can't resist. Is this the counterpart to Blackbird? Is it Blackbird in reverse? Black and Bluebird? I'll stop now. Let's listen.
Late at at night when the wind is still, I'll come fly. But I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird. Oh, what love can do. I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird. Across the sea, and at last we will be alone on a desert island. We're living in a tree.
Well, that was nice. Very simple. Um, I like the kind of like jazzy, not even really bossa nova, but it had the very like breezy element to it. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant. 3 for 3. Realizing that like I need to trust that this is McCartney in his good era, right? When did he make Ram? When was that? Let me look real quick. 71, 2 years before. I know a lot of people have recommended that one as well. But I'm enjoying this. I was, like I said, like hesitant because I'm a little iffy on solo Beatles and some Beatles in general. So, but hopefully my fears will stay assuaged, averted. Mrs. Vandebilt.
Down in the jungle, living in a tent. She don't use money, don't pay worrying. When your bus has left the stop, leave me alone. Mrs. Vanderbilt, give me a time of my own. What's the use of hey ho,
Not bad. I was a little worried at first because it started out and I'm like, oh no, this sounds like a reject from the White Album or something. Um, Paul doing his weird, silly, bouncy music. Um, but it came together really nicely in the composition and in the playing. And the saxophone has been just like Howie Casey apparently on the saxophone. Apparently there's no more. Oh man, we've listened to all the songs with the saxophone. It was really nice on Bluebird as well. I didn't love that one a ton. It also maybe was like a tad long. It could have been like 4 minutes instead of 4:40 because it just kind of repeated itself through the outro. But it was okay. It was okay. Not a highlight for me so far though. Let Me Roll It. A big fat doobie. Oh.
you gave me love in my palm. Let me roll it.
What a strange song. um, like a really dissonant, like blues riff, very like staccato, and then just into this "Let me roll it." Not bad, not bad. Maybe my least favorite so far, but just by like a very small margin. This has been like artistic. It's not just been like straight simple pop. It's still somewhat accessible, track to track, and there's like a variety as far as like tone goes. So it's like it's a solid pop album in that sense because like it probably sold well on the regard that it's very listenable for a lot of people, and there's probably a good few tracks that everyone can come away with really liking, which makes sense. All right, we're flipping the vinyl. Side 2, Mamunia.
Rain comes falling from the sky to fill. Oh, Mamunia, Mamunia. Oh. Seed is waiting in the earth for rain. Time you see rain, you see rain. Don't come. So the next time you see rain,
The keyboards are kind of sparse, but when they come in, they're a really nice like ornamentation to it. Good, good. I like kind of like Bluebird. I like the stripped back instrumentation. I usually like when Paul leans more in the acoustic folk direction than in like a crazy rocky blues direction. That's just me. But like I said, thankfully this album seems to have a nice smattering of a lot of different genres and ideas. Okay, good. Next track, No Words.
wanna give your love away and end up giving up. You knew that's just how true my love was for my love. It's deep inside you, my sign
Simple little kind of bluesy track. Or should I say hard rock? Probably a little more apt. That was fine. I feel like if it was any longer, I would like it less. I think it was a perfect little kind of button right in the middle of side 2 there. I didn't love it as much as some other tracks, but I think it was very tastefully done. Very tastefully done. All right, Helen Wheels, a U.S. release only track. I see why it was left off the original release, or the UK release, I guess. It's this weird, like, kind of glammy type of track out of nowhere. It just doesn't really fit. Little indulgent. I mean, like for what it is, it's fine, but it just doesn't really fit here. So, as you do. 2 tracks left, guys. Picasso's Last Words. Drink to Me.
Grand old painter died last night. Drink to my health. You know I can't drink. No, I can't drink anymore.
Interesting. Very dynamic. Kind of like a more progressive pop kind of a track. Incorporates some elements from previous songs as well, obviously. I dug that one. That was pretty good. Um, I mean, that can go head to head with any of like the really nice, like last half of Beatles discography work. Honestly, pretty solid. Pretty solid. Okay, last track, 1985 or 1985, if you will. Let's close this out.
1985 will ever do. She made me shake it. My mama said a time would come when I would find myself in love with you.
Oh, we've looped. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I swear I've heard that before somewhere in like a movie or something, maybe on the radio. That was very familiar. Cool track though, like very got the symphonic elements in there, very bombastic and dramatic, um, whilst also being like very intentional. When it comes to like keyboard or piano based tracks, I find that a lot of them can fall flat. I talk about this in an upcoming um, video or an upcoming reaction. I don't remember which song it was. Um, how piano rock can be kind of hit and miss for me as far as like if you rely too much on the piano as like the rhythm and the lead instrument, it can get a little boring if you're not a good songwriter. But thankfully, Paul is a good songwriter, and that was a nice chunky track. I dug it. Band on the Run. It's a fantastic album. I was not expecting to enjoy it to this level. Highlights would be Band on the Run, Jet, Bluebird, Mamunia, Picasso's Last Words, and then 1985, I think. Mrs. Vandebilt was all right. Like I said, maybe a tad long and just not quite my speed, but I respected and enjoyed some of the compositional elements. Let Me Roll It was really bizarre, but it was compelling in that way. No Words was fine. Helen Wheels just kind of feels like like I said, like a throwaway B-side kind of track. Yeah, nice tight album. Good songwriting and production on Paul's part. He was really in his element here. Makes me way more interested to check out Ram at some point. That has been suggested on, I think, Discord polls, like where this came from. Someone on the Discord actually recommended this one. They might be the same person who recommended Ram initially as well. I'm actually gonna go check real quick to see who recommended this one. I want to see who said Paul McCartney. Anyone? Anywhere? Hello? Mario V33 actually. So never mind. I thought it was someone else. But yeah, great album. Great album. Very pleased with this. Excited to listen to some of these tracks again. Nice little interesting 70s album to listen to before we're jumping back into the end of David Bowie. Don't take that out of context, or do if you desire. But yeah, solid album. Solid album. Like I said, very eager to check out Ram now and other good Paul-related content in the future. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a very pleasant album reaction, in my opinion. I like the nice breezy pop albums that aren't hard to listen to. But sometimes the more difficult ones are, that's why you guys watch. Yeah, things to plug, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. Yet again, like I said before, $5 a month, access to unedited reactions, of which this is one. And then $1 a month is just being able to vote in polls, which we do every 2 to 4 albums, usually about once a month. And then also the Discord. Link in the description for that. That's where these lovely folks chose these albums. And then the top 4 with the most upvotes got put into the poll for the Patreon. Lots of good folks over there. Got music discussions, music recommendations, tops for charts memes, all the fun stuff. So if you want to join the community of this channel, that would be the place to do it. That's all I have. Hope you're all well. Hope everything is good in your life. Stay tuned for more albums coming up. Just so everyone knows, after this album, if you're watching presently, if this is the past, it doesn't matter. This video should be coming out on the 11th of June. I will be taking the next week off of making song reactions and making an album reaction. I will still stream on Friday, but there will be no album reaction on the 18th, and then we will resume on the 25th. I'm just taking like a little, not really a vacation, but just taking time off of work to focus on family and housework and just get caught up in life. So we will resume on the week of the 25th with Earthling, and then Heathen after that. We'll be done with Bowie. So thank you everyone for watching. I will catch you around. Stay tuned for good stuff, live streams, all the good things to come. And until next time, Godspeed.